Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here's your latest integral of the day. And no, you're not having deja vu. We did literally just do this integral recently, but I wanted to show you a different approach or solution technique. So if you want to pause the video, give it a try if you haven't tried it yet. Otherwise, I'm going to jump right in and show you something a little different. To start off, I'm going to combine both the radicands underneath the same radical. Basically, that means you just multiply the stuff underneath the radical signs by each other. So I have square root of x times 1 minus x dx. And then if I distribute, that becomes square root of x minus x squared dx. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and complete the square on this quadratic expression underneath the radical. And remember, if there's a coefficient on the quadratic term, you need to factor it out. So I'll take out that minus 1. Then I have x squared minus x. And what would I need here to make a perfect square trinomial? You would take -1, divide it by 2, and then square it. So I'm going to have to add 1/4. And then really I just added a -1/4. So to compensate for that, I'm going to add a positive 1/4. And then we have negative x minus 1/2 quantity squared plus 1/4. So that's the expression that I'm going to write underneath the radical sign now. And I'm completing the square, that way I can still go ahead and do a trig sub. Let me put the 1/4 in the front, that looks better. Minus x minus 1/2 squared dx. How are we doing? Okay, good. Now it is trig sub time, and this one may be a little difficult to spot. Remember, when you have a constant squared minus a variable quantity squared, you let that variable be a sine theta. Now in this particular case, I don't have a, I have x minus 1/2. I mean, I don't have just x, I have x minus 1/2. And then a squared is 1/4. So the appropriate substitution here would be to let that entire variable quantity, x minus 1/2, equal a square root of 1/4, which is 1/2 sine theta. So take a second, that's not the most traditional kind of trig sub, but that's how the pattern holds here. And then now we'll differentiate both sides. So dx would be 1/2 cosine theta d theta. And then I'm ready to rewrite my integral now, all in terms of theta. So let's go ahead. We have integral square root 1/4 minus, instead of x minus 1/2 squared, I have 1/2 sine theta squared, which is 1/4 sine squared theta. And then this dx is all of this. So times 1/2 cosine theta d theta. Beautiful. Okay, now remember we do trig sub, that way we can use a Pythagorean identity. So let me factor out a 1/4 here, that way I can do so. So we have integral square root, this is 1/4 times 1 minus sine squared theta. And then I still have this 1/2 cosine theta, don't forget about it, d theta. Okay, 1 minus sine squared theta, we know that's cosine squared theta. Beautiful. So I have square root of 1/4, that's 1/2, times another 1/2 gives me 1/4. I'm going to put that outside my integral, guys. And then square root of cosine squared theta. Since we've restricted theta for trig sub, I don't have to worry about absolute value. It's just cosine theta now, times another cosine theta. So this is cosine squared theta d theta. Fabulous. We should be home free pretty much, right? Anytime you're integrating sine squared or cosine squared, you bust out your half angle identity. So I'm going to replace cosine squared theta with 1/2 times 1 plus cosine 2 theta, and then I still have d theta. Again, I always like to just combine these constants, take them outside. So this is 1/8 now. Antiderivative of 1 theta. Antiderivative of cosine 2 theta. Good, 1/2 sine 2 theta, and then plus c. Okay, beautiful. Now, I'm going to distribute the 1/8, and then at the same time, I'm going to replace sine 2 theta with 2 sine theta cosine theta. Remember, just like in the first solution, you have to go back to having everything written in terms of theta, the same argument, because our triangle is always a theta triangle, not a 2 theta, a 4 theta triangle. It's just a theta triangle. So you can see here this 1/2 and the 2 cancel nicely for us. So yep, it's triangle time. So go back to the original trig sub that you did. Do you remember we let x minus 1/2 equal 1/2 sine theta? So just rearrange things. That means sine theta is x minus 1/2 over 1/2. So draw yourself a little right triangle where that's the case. It need not be to any sort of scale, so just relax. So sine is ratio of opposite over hypotenuse. And then that missing side would be the square root of 1/4 minus x minus 1/2 squared. But remember, before we completed the square, what was the expression that we had? It was just rad x minus x squared, right? And before I combined the radicals, it was rad x times rad 1 minus x. And I'm just going to work with this when I refer to the adjacent side, because that was the expression in the original integral. So we should try to write our final answer using that same version, okay? Not this version here. Okay, here we go. So we've got 1/8. Now plain old theta, you come here and you go, it's going to be sine inverse of all of that mess. It's sine inverse of x minus 1/2 over 1/2. I'll clean it up in a second, don't worry. Plus 1/8 times, now this sine theta, we know it's x minus 1/2 over 1/2 times cosine theta, that's adjacent, remember we're using this for the adjacent side, over hypotenuse. So that would be rad x, rad 1 minus x, over 1/2 plus c. Okay, now call in the cleanup crew. So first things first, 1/8 sine inverse. Dividing by 1/2 is the same as multiplying by 2. So this x minus 1/2 in the numerator becomes 2x minus 1. That's done. Plus, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. 1/2 distributed up top is going to make that 2x minus 1. And then this 1/2 in the denominator is really a 2. 2 times 1/8 is 1/4. So I've got 1/4 times 2x minus 1 times rad x, rad 1 minus x. You know what? I don't know why I put those parentheses. I don't like them. Plus c. Okay, and then if you were to compare this with the first solution that I did with the other method, it's ever so barely different. So I'm going to box this. This is great. We're done, technically. And then if you want to compare with the other solution, it was 1/4 sine inverse rad x minus 1/4 rad x, rad 1 minus x, 1 minus 2x plus c. Now it's pretty obvious that these two terms are the same. What's different is the order of subtraction here, but that's not a problem because notice the sign has changed. So these are completely equivalent. These aren't identical. So how would you be able to confirm if your answer is the same? Well, you don't need to have a panic attack. I had my mother thankfully do the dirty work for me and she checked. So even though this was an indefinite integral, you can add limits of integration and evaluate both and make sure that you get the same value, okay? And also remember too, like they can be off a little bit because of this plus c. So sometimes the terms, you know, they don't have to be exactly identical. You don't have to be able to manipulate them to match perfectly because we have this plus c. But ignoring this, if you were to add limits of integration and evaluate, they give you the same result. Isn't that pretty cool? Anyways, that concludes the integral of the day, take 2. And, you know, my mother had a lot to do with this. She was the one who thought, let's complete the square instead. I sent her the problem the first way I solved it. And I said, can you do it better? And this was her method. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you, Mama, for the help for checking that both solutions were equivalent. And if you need help with any Calculus 2 topics, integration techniques, or whatnot, then head on over to the Calculus 2 video lectures playlist. I have so many video tutorials and more integrals like this to help you master your calculus courses, especially sequences and series, Don't be afraid of that unit. It's one of my favorite to teach, and if you watch my videos and practice like a little beast, you'll be able to conquer that unit in your class. All right, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll be back sooner than later. Bye, guys.